In this video, I'll be talking about the first week of human embryonic development. So follow along as we dissect it together. All right. First week of human embryonic development. Okay, now it's not as news that human development starts with fertilization. It starts with fertilization, and fertilization is actually the fusion of male sex cell and female sex cell. Male sex cell is the sperm cell, and the female sex cell is the egg cell, or you call it oocyte, mature oocyte. Now, that will lead us to a concept called gametogenesis. Gametogenesis is actually the formation of gametes from totipotent cells or primordial cells. Now, these totipotent cells or primordial cells are actually germ cells because they differentiate into other cells. Meaning that these cells has the ability to differentiate, to produce, to give rise to other cells. Now that's what gametogenesis is all about, the formation of gametes from germ cells, the formation of gametes that are able to give rise to egg cell, either egg cell or sperm cell from germ cell. And gametogenesis is of two types. Gametogenesis is of two types, which could be spermatogenesis, and the second one is oogenesis. Oogenesis. Now, as the name implies, this is the formation of matured sperm cells. Formation of mature sperm cells from spermatogonia. Formation of mature sperm cells from spermatogonia. Spermatogonia is actually a germ cell in germ stem, meaning it has ability to differentiate into matured sperm cell. Also, this is the formation of matured egg cell or oocyte from oogonia. Oogonia is also a germ cell. Like I said earlier, it has the ability to differentiate into other cells. Now, this is the two major types of gametogenesis. Now, I will be talking about the cell division, the special cell division that occurs to give rise to all of these things you are seeing here. And we're going to consider the concept called meiosis. Now, meiosis. Now, the whole job of meiosis as a cell division is to have the diploid number. Diploid number of chromosome, which is 46 to half, which is 23. That is the whole ideology of this cell division. It halves the diploid number to a haploid number. Haploid number, which is 23. Sometimes this way, by conversion. And this meiosis occurs in two stages. It has 4 stages, which is prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. This stage cannot occur until interphase occurs. Now, this interphase, what happens in interphase is actually the replication of DNA. That's what happens here. Now, when replication of DNA occurs at interphase, then that kickstarts prophase. Now, prophase is actually the pairing of the chromosomes of the parent. Right? The chromosome coming from the paternal side and chromosome coming from the maternal side. Now, at metaphase, there is an arrangement of each chromosome at equatorial plates. Okay, just like something this way. Now each chromosome comes here. They arrange themselves in the equatorial plate. That's what happens at metaphase. Now, anaphase, there is disintegration, or they separate. They disintegrate. Disintegration by the formation of spindle. Now, it is this spindle that separates the chromosomes. By separating the chromosomes, then at telophase, the separated chromosome maintains different nuclei. Therefore, giving rise to 2 daughter cells. That's giving rise to that. This is actually the first phase of meiosis, meiotic division. This is the first prophase. After this prophase occurs, now in females, prophase start at the third month of intrauterine life and get arrested at prophase 1. In females, meiotic division starts at third month of intrauterine life and gets arrested at prophase 1. And the second meiotic division, now this is actually completed. This whole division is actually completed at puberty. Now the second meiotic division starts immediately after the first round of meiotic division and get arrested at metaphase 2, and it is completed during fertilization, meaning that the second round of meiotic division is not completed until fertilization of egg occurs. And fertilization, as I said earlier, is the fusion of male sperm cell and that of female sperm cell. All right, let's consider spermatogenesis proper. Spermatogenesis, like you already know, it is the formation of sperm cell from a germ cell called spermatogonia. Now, this is the testis. Let's say this is the testis now. This is the testis, giving rise to spermatogonia. Spermatogonia give rise to primary sperm cell, that's primary spermatocyte. And this is spermatogonia. This is taken to be testis. Okay, and this gives rise to secondary spermatogonia. Spermatocytes. Now, this is actually where first meiotic division occurs. First meiotic division occurs to give rise to two identical cells, and these guys are, that's the chromosome number, diploid formation of the halving of diploid number to haploid number is actually the whole concept represented by meiotic division. And the first meiotic division occurs to give rise to two daughter cells. Remember, in the last phase, that's in the last phase of first round of division, which is telophase, each chromosome develops different nuclei, giving rise to two daughter cells. That is the concept here. Now, the second meiotic division occurs to give rise to further 4 daughter cells with haploid number. These ones are called spermatids. Spermatids, which are haploid number. They have a haploid number. Now, spermatid further undergoes a process called spermiogenesis. Spermatogenesis to give rise to matured sperm cells. Give rise to matured sperm cells with haploid number. Now, don't get confused with spermatogenesis and spermiogenesis. Spermatogenesis is the formation of matured sperm cell from spermatogonia, while spermiogenesis is the transformation of spermatid to matured sperm cell. So this guy here is from a spermiogenesis is much like an intermediate reaction between the spermatogonia and the matured sperm cell, and that will land us to the oocyte, oogenesis. That is the formation of egg. Oogenesis. This is the formation of matured egg cells from oogonia. From oogonia. Oogonia is a primordial cell, a germ cell that has the capacity to differentiate into other cells. And that is how it happens. It starts with the oogonia up, to give rise to primary oocyte. That's immatured egg, which also gives rise to secondary. Now, the primary oocyte will undergo meiotic division to give rise to secondary oocyte, and this is what we call first polar body. Now, polar body is actually cells that are destined for degradation. They are not much important, they are not much relevant in the body, but they are formed during the formation of matured egg cell. The first polar body, they are destined for degradation. So at the end of the day, they degrade and leave the body. Okay, now the second meiotic division occurs, to undergoes this to give rise to tertiary oocyte and second polar body. Now this is the formation of how it happens. So just right corner, you will see a video where I explained uterus and ovaries. Just right in the corner of the video, you will see it.